And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, we had a rousing expedition through Tartarus, and it went on quite a while in Persona 3 Portable, and honestly in FES as well. But I cut out all the boring nitty-gritty, and I have a veritable stock of good things to help us going forward. Do note that for the Persona that we have, the only ones that I really need in the immediate near future are Yomotsu Shikome, I think I need Valkyrie, although I don't think it's strictly necessary, and we will need Angel in the near future as well, because we're going to start working on Chihiro's social link. I also took care of one more thing off-screen, because it'll be handy for me to do it when the next Tartarus trip comes up, which will be soon. So check the requests and the compendium, and you seem to have completed a request. What request did I complete? You have brought a lead medal, as I requested. That shadow is very rare, so I'm sure the item was difficult to obtain. This time, I have a special reward for you. It may look like a toy, but I'm sure you'll find it useful. Yes, I took the lead medal request and hunted down a rare form in Fable in order to complete that request. Now, when you have a medal request accepted, the rare forms of the corresponding block have a very, very high chance of actually dropping said medal, and I think they actually have their spawn rate slightly boosted. That said, you definitely want to complete these requests post-haste, because any rare forms that you encounter while these requests are in effect will have an incredibly high chance of dropping a lead medal, which is not always desirable. As you can see, we can now collect a steel medal from a rare form in Arca to retrieve a steel, in order to earn a steel spike bat, which I might do the next time we return, since that's actually a relatively good weapon at this stage of the game. Let me see. What I do definitely want to do is I want to accept this request to obtain a triangular sword, because the date for that is coming up, and the items that it gives us are 2 protection sutras. Incredibly helpful items that we'll definitely want to get. With that taken care of, we will carry on our merry way. May as well get into the next day so I can explain my plans for Persona 3 FES and Portable going forward. So, we will leave Tartarus, and maybe if we're lucky we'll be able to carry our tiredness into the school day, though I'm not necessarily banking on that. So, going forward with Persona 3 FES and Portable, I'm sure you are well aware of how the general progression of day and night goes in Persona 3 FES and Portable. So, going forward, I'm just going to explain what I'm going to be doing on a given day and do it, and I'm not going to be inserting a bunch of cuts of me getting the stats. If you're following the threads on SomethingAwful and LPBeach, you can see a running total I'm keeping for the social stats, if you're curious, but I don't feel like boring you with stuff that's just like, alright, now I'm getting coffee constantly, especially since we're going to be seeing that in Reload anyway. Seems like you have a package. Yeah, and this is actually pretty handy. I did not get the package previously in FES, so checking the TV there allows us to collect it, and we got an all-purpose katana, which is pretty handy at this stage of the game. Here comes Tanaka over the airwaves to you. What is he selling this time? Hello everyone, welcome to the home shopping show, Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. Granter of your desires. I'm your host, Tanaka, with a live presentation of my amazing commodities. Sometimes it's fun to reread this. Okay, the item of the day is an all-purpose apron. Provides extra protection. But wait, there's more! 2 diet food. Well, we could definitely use better armor, so you know what? I will buy it. We're actually going to be returning to Tartarus pretty soon in FES, so I'm not super concerned about keeping a healthy stockpile of money. Now let's take a look at the toy bow and the all-purpose katana before I forget. The all-purpose katana is just a decently strong beat stick weapon. It's actually a little bit better in Persona 3 Portable, where it gives +2 to all your stats. The toy bow, on the other hand, is an exceptional weapon for this stage of the game. As you can see, 100 attack power just utterly stomps anything we have access to at this stage of the game, and it's almost 100% accurate. This is actually incredibly helpful for hunting rare forms, even when we get weapons that exceed it in power, because rare forms do not have a lot of physical defense. With that gotten out of the way, I'm going to be hanging out with Maya today, and I'll be able to keep the social link going quickly, because now I have Yomotsu Shikome. Over in the world of Reload, obviously we have a different set of things we need to do, but first order of business, let's talk to our friends in a post-exam world. What a bummer, am I right? There could have been another girl on the team. Yeah, real bummer. Right, I knew I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Junpei, you've got way too many ideas in your head. You need to be a little bit more grounded, like Akihiko right here. It's a bummer how Yamagishi can't join us in fights, but don't worry, I'll be back in no time. Or, do you want to team up with her instead of me? If I'm... You know what? I want to see what he says to this. If I'm being honest, yes. Haha, honest, aren't you? Although, the situation isn't changing any, so you might as well give up that hope. Okay, fair enough, Akihiko, fair enough. What about you, Mitsuru? I just wanted to chat real quick.
Let's see.
We were lucky to find another Persona user. However, it can't be helped if she's unwilling or unable to fully participate. And finally, let's see what Yukari has to say. Junpei is acting stupid again. Doesn't care who joins us, as long as she's a girl. Ugh. But more girl power's good, Yukari.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Junpei aside, it would be nice to have another girl with us. I knew I could win her over. Anyways, before we head out, why don't we just take a look at Akihiko in Reload, now that he's available. Since we've done all of the Tartarus exploration before he joins, we actually outlevel him by quite a bit. He'd be a higher level than us if we took him along for the first trip, and obviously if we didn't explore without him. In Persona 3 Reload, he starts with Mazio, which is pretty handy, and learns Tarunda a little bit faster. Akihiko's general design, though, is quite a bit different in Reload. Not quite as much in his skill set as you'd expect, although he doesn't have as much of a role as a debuffer as he does in FES, but when it comes to the late game, he's definitely a much more combat-focused character than he is in FES and Portable, where he's more of a generalist in those games. With that all addressed, let's hit the town for tonight. Heading over to Polonia Mall, it looks like we've got a social link opportunity here. Not quite, though, because it's just this guy again, the man in a suit. Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. I have some unfortunate news regarding your investment. Things are not running as smoothly as planned. It still has the potential to turn a profit, but I would require an additional 10,000 yen to get things back on track. Are you willing to increase your investment by that much? Sure, why not? I gave the man 10,000 yen. Seems like a winning strategy. Yes, very good. I'll be in touch once your fortune has been made. Okay, I'll take your word for it. But what we actually want to do tonight is not available at the mall. If you remember, when we completed the Big Burger Challenge, we unlocked a new item to eat at Wild Duck Burger. So let's pop on in and try it out. Saturday and Sunday nights only. Weekend Wild Duck Set, 1,200 yen. What's inside? Find out for yourself. Looks like the limited set meal is available on Saturday and Sunday nights. Should I spend the night here? I think it would be a wonderful idea. Weekend Wild Duck Set, here we come. I decided to try the Weekend Wild Duck Set. The taste was indescribable, but I somehow finished the whole thing. I just noticed you got a little Happy Meal box there. Totally not McDonald's. Hey! And we are now considered to be tough. Just eat sketchy fast food, and you too will be considered tough. I got a few messages. We've got a whole bunch of messages, well, okay, just two, from people who want to hang out. A little refresher. What are you up to today? If you're free, let's go somewhere. Let me know if you can make it before the afternoon. Kazushi, I'm going to leave you high and dry. Hey, you free? Since we got the day off, hit me up if you want to go somewhere. I'll be free till the afternoon. Sorry, guys, but I've got my own things to do today. Like, for instance, I have to participate in a home shopping network. So, let's see what is available on Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. Irritatingly catchy song. You know, Tanaka looks a lot like that guy from the mall. I wonder what the deal is with that. Hello everyone, welcome to the home shopping show, Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. He's got all the things that he says all the same time, so let's just skip on to what he's selling. The Beginner's Home Cooking Set. Have you been dreaming about learning to cook but don't know where to start? Well, look no further. First up, we have the all-purpose apron. Put this on and it'll turn you into a first-class chef. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more. We'll throw in umugi water too. Guess how many? 2! All this for just 59.80 yen. This is a special limited product available today only. You heard right, today only. I think we'll buy it. We could use more new armor, and I have a little bit of discretionary money to spend, so may as well. Next time we'll be introducing a healthy lifestyle set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry, folks. Blah, blah, blah. Now let's go hang out with our digital girlfriend. And unfortunately, because this is not a voiced social link, my voice is not going to get a break, and you're not going to get a break from me, viewers. Sorry to say. I think I'll spend the day playing online. I'm in Shinagawa Dungeon. I see Maya. Listen, Tatsuya. Nowadays I just log on MMOs with bedhead and all, like today, lol. But when I was little, people said I was a real cutie. Guess I missed my chance, right? Nobody thinks I'm hot anymore. Do men only want younger women? Be honest. Well, I think she'd doubt us if we said otherwise. Thought so. Everyone knows it, but it still sucks to heal it for reals. Fair is fair, though. I tend to like them on the younger side myself, lol. Oh boy. What? I'm innocent! Maya begins to cower. By the way, am I making any sense? I hope so, because I teach composition. Ooh. Okay, I'll be calm. I'll compose my bitching carefully for you. One of my coworkers is really pissing me off. I'm trying to avoid her. We used to teach the same grade, and we were together all the time. It's been a while, but that kind of thing sticks with you, you know? Anyway, she said she needed some advice, but then she just started bragging. Some student asked her out, and a guy she doesn't like proposed to her. Ugh. I'm not jealous, it's just so freaking annoying, OMG. I hate skanky hoes like her. Just get the puppy dog eyes, and guys will do whatever. She even stuffs her bra. Ah ha ha ha, lol. What? I'm afraid you know too much now, Tatsuya. But that's right, she's got fake tits. XD. Okay, for real though, keep this between you and me, okay? I don't even know where you teach, so we should be fine. Maya seems to be enjoying herself. I swear, OMG, I saw Miss K running in late one time, right? And, her pads fell down and it looked like she had 4! They're fake for sure. My school is full of teachers like that. Man, Tatsuya, talking to you is better than getting a massage. Blush. Complaining online is now an important part of my days off. Maya seems to like talking to me. I feel like we're growing closer. Rank 7. The Hermit Arcana is looking pretty good. We can fuse a pretty potent persona in it if we get the opportunity. We were supposed to be fighting demons from hell, right? But after what I just said, I might go to hell anyway. Well, I rented some DVDs, so later. Thanks for chatting. Maya's player signed off. I decided to log out as well. Oh, there you are. And that's just Yukari being herself. Looks like we got some new dialogue from her, though. Let's see what she has to say. Our exam results come out tomorrow, huh? I don't think I flunked it or anything, but I couldn't really study like I usually do because of Tartarus and everything. I probably shouldn't make excuses. I'll just plan better for the next exams. Fair enough, Yukari, fair enough. I'm pretty confident, personally. To really get my feel for battle back, a trip or two to Tartarus won't cut it. I feel like I'm gonna want to go every day. Well, if you're going tonight, give me a shout, and I'm raring to go. The great condition does not exist in this game, Akihiko. Don't even try to fool me. I have more important things to do, like eating sketch fast food. That seems like a winning strategy. Morning! You're punctual as always, Zeller-kun. This morning, Junpei left earlier than usual, looking like the world was about to end. That's a rare sight. What happened to him?
Yeah.
Our midterm scores are going to be revealed today, so... He said he's gonna beg the teachers for a higher score before they get posted. As if that's gonna work. Oh, by the way, you remember that girl Sanada-senpai was talking about? Yamagishi-san? I heard she has a weak constitution. That's just a rumor. I wonder what she's really like. But having more people join us in our fight is good news, right? Absolutely, we could definitely use the help. Hey, the exam results are up! I'm in the top 10! Everyone is looking at me. Heck yeah. So, we didn't ace the exam. It looks like you do need 3 academics in order to ace this exam, but we still got enough to get a cool, I think that's +3 to our charm. Plus, we still get a decent reward. Mitsuru promised to give me a gift if I scored well. I should talk to Mitsuru when I see her. So yes, we'll get a reward from Mitsuru. I should get back to class. Alright, class, settle down. You can show off your scores to each other later. Let's spend a bit of time going over the tests now. The first part was the kanji dictation section. How did any of you get this part wrong? It was a gimme! I swear you make me ashamed to be your teacher sometimes. Next was the short essay, a reaction to a passage about bullying in schools. These don't have a sole correct answer. You can write whatever comes to mind, as long as it's relevant. You can even write about something you'd never discuss aloud, like a complaint about bullying at GeckoCon, for example. Though I'm sure that's not an issue in this class, right? Bear in mind, I hate cowards who resort to bullying. I'm feeling sleepy. But we're going to be a good student going forward, and stay awake. Okay, on to the next section. Many of you got these wrong. Are we paying attention? Good. Now you were asked to write the correct conjunction in each case. The first one's answer was and, but if you wrote however, you lucked out with some partial credit. I won't award it next time though. Got it? I forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture, which nets us a pretty solid +2 to our academics. Go us. We don't have anything we need to do right away today. What are you doing, studious student? I'm neither happy nor disappointed with my scores. It's about average. How'd you do, new guy? I think I did pretty well. I forget if in Reload... I know definitely not in FES and Portable, but I forget if in Reload if we can get our reward for doing well on the exam, and I see a Mitsuru over there, so I think it's worth checking out. Oh. Ah, Zeller. I saw your exam results. Good work. Here, this is from the chairman. Excellent. It's a reward for effectively balancing schoolwork as well as our extracurricular activities. And we get a full set of incenses in general. Permanent stat boosters that can be used on any of our party members. Stat boosters exist in FES and Portable, but they can only be used on your own personae. They cannot be used on party members, which is pretty unfortunate, but not a big deal. With that taken care of, it's the student council room. We're going to be hanging out with Odagiri today.
All right, Odagiri, I'm counting on you. For both our sakes.
I understand.
Oh!
Hey, Odagiri, what was that about? What did he mean by for both our sakes?
He just wants to create a better school environment, so he simply asked a student fit for the job. Just like how the president asked him to join the student council to help out.
What? You can't decide something like that without talking to the president first.
What happened?
Someone found a cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom. And that teacher wants the disciplinary committee to look into whose it was.
Someone has broken school rules. It's only natural that I'm involved in finding and holding the transgressor accountable. Look, you have two choices. Either help out and prove you can be trusted, or refuse and prove you can't. People like you and me have to deal with a lot of crap around here, don't we?
What's this we stuff, Litigiri? Whatever, seems to have high expectations of me. I feel like we're becoming better friends. Is that what you call it? Odagiri, you can tell that he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder and perhaps a stick shoved where the sun doesn't shine. Hopefully we can help him relax a little bit.
Well then, I'll be excusing myself.
Hey! Don't ignore me! You kiss ass!
Student council members shouldn't be fighting like this, should they? I better go tell the president.
My work is done here, so I'll head home.
Perfect timing. Would you mind heading to the rooftop with me?
What is it? This is a brand new mechanic to Persona 3 Reload. Okay, well, it's a stretch to call it a brand new mechanic, but it's one that was not present previously in Persona 3.
No need to be so wary of me. It isn't anything important. I just wanted to show you something. And I just so happen to have the key to the rooftop. Now then, shall we go? Do you recall fighting that shadow here on the rooftop a little while back? Well, while cleaning up the aftermath, I happened upon some planters and gardening tools. And I couldn't help myself from setting up our own little garden. So, what do you think? Not too shabby, huh?
Yeah, looks pretty good. I bet we could actually do something with this.
You have impeccable taste. I'm glad my efforts didn't go unappreciated. Unfortunately, I can feel my back giving out after all that hard work. Do you happen to know a good chiropractor? But I digress. There is, in fact, a reason I brought you here. I'd like you to use these planters however you see fit. Although I did set them up, I'm afraid that I won't be able to tend to a garden as often as I'd like. I did mention it to Kirijo-kun, but it didn't catch on, I suppose due to her upbringing. Besides, you're able to cook meals at the dorm, correct? Well, now you can grow your own vegetables for healthy eating.
Sounds like a lot of work, but also sounds interesting.
I'm glad you think so. It would mean a lot to me if you made good use of the planters. Once you get started, you'll find there's a lot that can be done. Of course, you're free to do whatever you want.
At the rooftop garden, you can raise crops of vegetables. Each one will take a different amount of time to grow. You or your teammates can eat the vegetables you harvest to gain benefits that will be helpful when journeying into Tartarus. This is a mechanic that was introduced in Persona 4 that was not ported into Persona 3 Portable, but it has seen use in the re-releases of Persona 4, obviously, and of course Persona 5. In Persona 3 Reload, it's pretty analogous to how it worked in Persona 5, except we have it available at a more useful time frame.
Here are some seedlings. Go ahead and plant them if you like. You should be able to purchase other types of seedlings around the city. Feel free to experiment. Well, that's everything. And now, it's time to raise the roof and elevate this garden to new heights. And to top it off, eat your veggies. Peas.
The protagonist was slowly dying inside there. Hey, what's this over here? There's something on the ground. We got a Twilight fragment, and you might have heard the Steam notification popping up in the audio. That's because I finally got that achievement for collecting all the Twilight fragments. I forgot to do that on my first playthrough. Anyway, what am I getting a message from? Ah, Wakatsu. That's actually where we want to head tonight. Now, gardening is available, but we want to hold off on planting anything until tomorrow. The seeds that Ikutsuki gave us, they're not bad by any means. Why am I doing this? But they're not something that we want to use right now. We've got other things we need to plant, mostly in the interest of advancing side quests. Anyways, we're going to go to Wakatsu, and we are going to indulge ourselves in some seafood so that we can develop our intelligence, of course, and not just because we like it. Starting things off for the day in FES, hey, the results are posted. Yes, we get our exam results here also. And looking at them, when the game loads, this game has decently longer load times than the other versions. You earned a pretty high score. You feel as if some of your classmates are staring at you. Unfortunately, we did not qualify for the top score, but let's look at the exact placement we got. Ah, darn, it doesn't tell us the exact placement we got. Oh well, let's look at Junpei's and laugh at his misfortune. Junpei's score is quite low. Now, there are two rewards you can get for placing well in exams. One of them requires that you get the top score in an exam, and the payoff for that does not become available until way, way later. The other one actually does not matter if you get merely a high score or a top score. We'll be seeing that in due time. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be selling some of my stuff, shopping around a bit, seeing if there's any good equipment I want to buy, and then I'll be hanging out with Kaz to advance the Chariot social link, and during the evening I'm going to be doing the photo booth in order to get some more charm. With all that said, okay, I would be remiss if I did not show what the Mitsuru fangirl says in this version of the game. I would be happy just to be run over by Mitsuru-senpai. Bring on her burning Hot Wheels! Okay, if that's what you're into. No, Kenji, I don't have time to talk, dude. Over in Persona 3 Portable, we have also made it into the top 10 in this version, so FES is the only one that's the odd one out, where we didn't crack the top 10 there. Everyone is looking at you. Your charm has greatly increased. And once again, we get a promise of a gift from Mitsuru. I'm looking forward to it. Getting into the actual nitty-gritty of the day, since we're tired from exploring Tartarus, we are of course going to visit Mr. Edogawa. Once again, I need to save Scum to get the maximum number of courage boosts from him, so I will be having to save and reload every evening if I fail to roll the correct tiredness. Remember, in addition to returning to your normal condition, it is also possible to just skip straight to being sick from being tired, rather than the tired status extending, which is also not what we want. Anyways, today we're going to be hanging out with Rio, which means we're getting a Persona 3 Portable exclusive social link. We have practice today. I think that would be delightful to go to. Hey, you look psyched. Rio seems happy. Gekko-kan, hi, Jim. You participate in the volleyball club practice. Most of the members are missing. Is this it today? Where's everyone else? No clue. Excuse me, could I borrow some of you guys' tape? Oh, Yuko. Sorry, we ran out of it. Is it okay if I take some from the box? Doesn't look like you have too many people here today, huh? Yeah. I wonder where they heard about that group date. Seriously, I don't know if I should be appalled or jealous. Hey, you idiot! Group date? Oh, you didn't know. Sorry, I heard the girls in the tennis club talking about it at the shoe lockers. So everyone went to that? That's stupid. Why'd they hide it from me? All this running around behind my back is so irritating. You'd get angry if we told you. Of course I'd get angry! Well, calm down. What a pain. Just taking a breather. What's wrong with that? You call a group date taking a breather? Yes! I don't expect someone who's never been in a relationship to understand it, though. Ooh. And what's with that attitude of yours all the time? Who do you think you are? What? I'm your leader. You're the ones that nominated me. Or did y'all forget about that? If we knew you'd turn out like this, we would have never nominated you. What? Well, it's too late now. Screw this. This isn't worth my time. I'm done with this stupid club. You're a pain in the ass, and I don't care about keeping up with you. I bet everyone else is gonna quit too. The other members left. Hey, I'm not done! I'm sorry about that. It's not your fault, Yuko. Hey, I know that I'm butting into another club's business here, but you really should make peace with them. I'll try and help too. They're the ones that are wrong. That's true, but... Oh! The girl approaches you and whispers something in your ear. You're Zoe-san, the transfer student, right? Can you keep an eye on Rio? She doesn't know how to interact with people sometimes. To be honest, I'm kind of worried about her. I try to lend a hand when I see things aren't going great, but I don't know much about your club. Oh, by the way, I'm Yuko Nishiwaki. I'm the manager for the guys' team. Nice to meet you. Yuko left, still concerned about Rio. Zoe-san, you're not gonna leave? Sorry, but I want to be left alone right now. And we are not gonna do it. You really are strange. Rio looks ready to cry. Rio seems hunched over and sad. You feel like you understand Rio a bit better now. And with that, we get rank 3 for Chariot and Portable. Not quite as far along as we are in FES or Reload, but not bad, not bad. You finish up with the club and decide to go back to the dorm.
Where have you been?
Oh, you know, just out and about, Akihiko. Anyway, for tonight, we're going to go do some photo sticker, and I'm also going to accept the quest to, I'm going to accept the quest from Elizabeth for tomorrow, because the deadline is approaching for that, so let's take care of that. Also, of course, I've got to save, and save scum, to make sure we stay tired tomorrow.
Morning.
Sup, dude? Hey, how'd you do on your exams? I'm satisfied with them. Don't look at my score, Junpei. What? You traitor? Dude, I'm a laughing stock. You know what I heard these two cute first-year girls saying? Did you see the exam results? Specifically Yori-senpai's? Sure talks big, unlike his brain. Well, there's worse things they could have said, Junpei, believe me. You understand what I'm going through? Oh, crap. Sorry. Let's see. My heart is in shambles, and we're not even getting a new girl on the team. No, wait. It's too early to give up hope. We still haven't heard back from her yet. Good thing that there's a log here. How can we get her to join us? I should figure out what to say to convince her. I'm sure if you work that Junpei charm, it'll work just fine. But class has ended for today. Now, we actually have to head out into town and take care of something. Our first order of business is to go to Port Island Station and go to Rafflesia. We actually want to buy something right now, and that would be... What kind of flowers are you looking for today? Rafflesia is a store that you're probably not going to use too much for its original function, which is to just buy gifts for dates. You never need to go on dates in Persona 3 Reload. Gifts are basically pointless. But what they do sell in this version of the game is seedlings for our garden, and we want to buy a buff potato sprout. Just one for now. We're only doing this for the interest of completing a side quest. Oh yes, our seedlings have a reputation for growing very fast. We also stock special varieties that you won't find anywhere else. Why don't you try growing some? Alright, I'll do that, flower shop lady. Let me see, does the quest become available right now, or do we need to actually plant it? Let's go talk to Elizabeth. It's not too much of a time loss, just to see what she has to say. I can see that you are living quite the fulfilling life between nurturing your bonds and striving for self-improvement. This is less of a reward and more of a gift from me to you. Please take it. Hey, more Twilight fragments. We're doing pretty good on those. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further. Let's see, about requests, and... No, it does not look like there's anything to worry about, so we'll ignore that for right now. And instead, let's just head to the town map. And where do I want to go? We want to return to GeckoCon, and we want to go to the laboratory hallway, because it's time to follow up on a sequence trigger that we set during the Hierophant social link. Over here, as you can see, a new social link is available for us in the home economics room. There's a sign posted by the Fashion Club. With my academics level, I'm easily able to translate it. It says, join the Fashion Club. Meetings are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I can check out the club, but it might take a while. Should I spend my time here? Absolutely, let's check it out.
Yatta! Yes! This is my finest sewing work yet!
The foreign exchange student I met is at the bookstore is busy sewing. I should say hi.
Oh! Bonjour! I haven't seen you since the bookstore. You came. What a pleasant surprise. I am so happy to see you.
It's nice to see you too, baby. What are you doing?
I am training in the art of sewing. I am in this fashion club in order to own my sewing craft. Would you like to join me? It is Tenoshi. Very fun. If I may be so bold, would you sign up for my club?
We've got a Frenchman here who is speaking in English, throwing in random Japanese phrases, even though he should be speaking in Japanese in general. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I'll join.
Hondo? Really? Hataji Kanai. Many thanks. I am thrilled to have a new member. I am here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But it may be closed when we have exams. I have not made any good Tomodachi, friends, so it is very sabishi, very lonely. Maybe it is because I do not fit in. But now you are here. The divine fates have brought us together.
I ended up joining the fashion club. I've gotten to know Bebe, the foreign exchange student.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create the persona of the Temperance Arcana.
And now we have the Temperance Arcana. This Arcana doesn't really have a distinct theme. It is a bit more magic focused, and you'll usually find a few decent light casters among the ranks of Temperance, but it's not really one that I ever focus on a huge amount. One notable persona early on, though, is Nigimitama, who does give us early access to multi-target healing, for the protagonist, I mean, so that's something to keep in mind at least.
Oh, look at the time. Well then, au revoir. Oh, that's right. I was wondering, what is the best way to say bye to a friend? As in, what is the most culturally accepted?
Let's say, just a simple see you later, a cool and chummy peace out, a stately until we meet again, or a theatrical intense. Okay. I mean, I did watch Terminator recently, and that's an awesome movie. So you know what? I can't do that to him. That's too much trouble. Let's do a cool and chummy peace out.
I understand perfectly. Peace out.
I parted ways with Bebe and went back to the dorm. Oh, hey, sweet, there's a box on the counter. Looks like the product I ordered through the shopping program on TV has arrived. Let's see what's inside. We get an all-purpose apron and 2 Mugi waters. Very helpful.
I see you're back.
Oh, you're back. I know there's been talk of a new recruit, but don't expect too much from her right away. If there's another big fight soon, we shouldn't throw her in head first, even if she joins us at all. But that's where I come in. I've got a lot of missed fights to make up for, after all. Akihiko, my brother, we're not going to Tartarus. Stop asking. Stop passive-aggressively implying that you want to go. Here, how's this apron look on you? Oh, well, plus 1 to all stats and can be equipped to anybody. Let's see here. This is kind of tempting to give that to Junpei. For reasons, I don't want to give it to Yukari, but you know what? I actually will give it to Akihiko. He can get the most out of it since he is versatile in a variety of skills. Anyways, we now actually have a reason to head to the rooftop, so let's do so. We want to plant a buff potato sprout. Or a buff sprout. No, it was buff potato sprout. I have a bad habit of randomly adding words to phrases, so I always am doubtful of if I'm remembering things correctly. With that taken care of, we've got a couple options for late night dining, but we want to head to Polonia Mall because we have another social link opportunity. And this one, well, I would say is going to pay off. That's not quite the word I would use for what we're going to see. Oh, there you are. We ran into a bit of a snag again. Some of the other investors decided to drop out. But since there are few investors, everyone will make even more of a profit. So, would you mind investing some more? Just 10,000 yen more. That should be plenty. Are you in? Oh yeah, I'm down like a clown. I gave the man 10,000 yen. My foolish little apprentice. Have you not realized that you are being deceived? Everything I've said has clearly been suspicious. Ignorance should be a crime. Sure, you have some redeeming qualities, but if you remain this naive, everyone will take advantage of you. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to be a winner. This man seems to be serious. Should I spend some time hearing him out? Well, he's been nothing but honest with us so far, so why not?
All right. If you insist, I'll give you my autograph. It's always a pleasure to meet a fan.
You look familiar.
Oh my. It's so very difficult being famous. I can hardly go anywhere without being recognized. I'm sure you've seen the home shopping program, Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. Yes? Allow me to introduce myself.
The man handed me a business card. It says Tanaka, President and CEO.
That's right. I'm Tanaka himself. Surely you've heard the name. I'm afraid I can't offer any returns on your 40,000 yen, but I've autographed my business card for you. Hold on to that. It'll be worth a pretty penny in a year or so. And with that, I must be going.
Tanaka's signature.
That little brat. Doesn't he realize he's in the presence of a star? Time is money, especially mine. Should have squeezed a few more payments out of him.
Sounds like he's talking about me. I can still hear you.
Huh? What do you want? Quit disturbing me. Get out of here. Shoo. You overheard me talking to myself just now, didn't you? You'll forget it ever happened if you know what's good for you. I belong to a powerful talent agency. I'm practically a celebrity. I have an image to maintain. Don't even think about telling someone that I took your money or called you a little brat, capiche?
Oh, whatever you say, Tanaka.
Don't get cute with me. You think you can get away with anything with that pretty face of yours? Oh, silly me. I've let you in on my little secret, haven't I? Don't tell anyone, okay? Please, I'll lick your shoes clean if you want me to.
Look, alright, just back up. You're getting a little too intense for me.
Really? You promise? You better be ready to cross your heart and hope to die if you're lying to me. A verbal agreement is a form of contract, and if you breach it, I'll sue your pants off. I've got your adorable little face etched into my memory.
See, he seems to have taken an interest in me. That's one way of putting it. I'm now acquainted with Tanaka, the producer of the home shopping TV show. I don't suppose this will give me any discounts on your products, will it?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create the persona of the Devil Archon.
And thus, the Devil social link has been established. The Devil Arcana is not one of my preferred Arcanas. Generally, they have a mix of, they're more of a, again, magic-focused Arcana, with an emphasis on ailment-based skills, as well as the occasional instant death-focused Devil, and some general elemental coverage. Nothing too special, but there are some decent personae among the ranks of the Devil Arcana. One thing that's notable about this social link itself is that it's something that I like to call a semi-automatic link. What that means is that it's not like the Fool social link that automatically advances after we pass certain story events, but interacting with this link at all guarantees a rank up. You never need to have a matching persona for Tanaka, and you don't even need to pick the right choices in his dialogue prompts. This social link will always advance one rank whenever you participate in it, making it pretty easy to work into the schedule, especially since it's at night, which for the MC there are only 2 social links that take place at night.
You're a diamond in the rough, my boy. All you need is a little polishing, and you'll sparkle. I often take my breaks here. I'd be happy to mold your young mind whenever you wish.
Did he just say he was gonna groom us? Let's not think too hard about that. After parting ways with President Tanaka, I decided to return to the dorm. We actually have a few things I'd like to go over today on 526 and Persona 3 FES. First off, an advancement in the stalker-student subplot. I know I can't go on without talking to him, but I think I would be satisfied just to stare at him from afar. What should I do? I think you should stop before this guy decides to press charges. See that chick back there? I don't know what to do with her, so I'll just leave her hanging. Yeesh, that's kind of cruel. You should at least confront her, man. Anyway, there's a couple things I want to check out here. First off is that I got tired, so I will be visiting Mr. Edogawa, and with how I'm going to be routing this, we'll be seeing him again while I am tired, so we'll be able to cut out another arcade trip for Courage, so that's pretty good right there. But the big thing that we want to do today is talk to Mitsuru. Zeller, are you heading home now? Yeah, want to join me? Sorry, I'm busy. I'm going to study for a while before I go back. Make sure you don't neglect your own studies. I know you have other things to worry about, but studying should be a student's #1 priority. Oh, okay, this is weird. I don't remember this. I could have sworn we could have qualified for the reward that Mitsuru gives you at this stage of the game. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. If we did actually qualify for it, which I guess you do need to place top on this exam, we would have gotten a page card set, which would be our first, well, maybe not our first, but those would be stat boosters that we can use on our own personae, that they cannot be used on your team members. Okay, we do have a Cup of Night, which that gives us +2 endurance, which I might actually use that on Alp when I get a chance, but that's neither here nor there. Besides visiting Mr. Edogawa, the daytime social link is going to be dedicated to Kenji, as well as I'm going to set the next flag for Chihiro. We have to talk to her. But I will be cutting back in at night, because there's a couple things we need to take care of there. Actually, another interesting bit of dialogue here. We have some tutorializing from Kenji. Here, let me give you some advice on chicks, dude. Alright, first of all, never leave him hanging. It really makes him mad. Oh, and never break a promise. That's like the worst thing you could ever do. And remember, chicks get jealous easily. He's sexist much? If your chick sees you walking home with another chick, you're dead, dude. Oh, okay, that's the angle you were going with. Well, not that I have to worry about that. Emery's the only chick I need. Mr. Confidence over here. Alright, at nighttime, our first order of business is to talk to Mitsuru. You're looking for a triangular sword? What are you talking about? Is this some sort of riddle? Triangular sword. A triangle. Oh, do you mean a fencing épée? It's not exactly a triangular sword, but the blade's cross-section does resemble a triangle. I have a few in my room. I'll fetch one for you. Kind of making me think of the Swords of Obedience from Silent Hill 4. All of a sudden, October's coming up and I need to replay some Halloween games. Do you plan on taking up fencing? Well, we started fencing. If so, I can give you lessons once I have some spare time. Obtain the fencing épée. This is the sword that Elizabeth is asking for. However, there's something else to check out at the mall. Over here we've got this dapper gentleman, whom we've already seen in Reload. If only I could find someone who the camera loves as much as me, then we could attract even more clients. There must be some handsome young man who will drive the housewives wild. Right here, fella. Where? I don't see anyone. For heaven's sake, quit wasting my precious time. You wonder if this is the man Maya was talking about, the one who speaks like a woman. I don't really get that, but then again, the dialogue isn't voiced, so maybe he just has a really high falsetto. But he does not seem to be interested in you. Perhaps you lack the charm. Maybe if you were smooth, you could catch his attention. Something to keep in mind, definitely. We're actually not that far off being smooth. That'll probably be a little bit before I actually pursue this guy's quest in FES, just because there's not really a time crunch to do it. Anyway, with that established, let's head into the Velvet Room and finish off the request. We will turn in the triangular sword. You seem to have completed a request. Just a moment while I check. This must be a fencing EP. A triangular sword. Yes, this meets the requirements for my request. The EP was once used for the final rounds in fencing matches. Fencers wore white uniforms so that blood from struck blows would be more visible. Along similar lines, do you know why my clothes are blue? I'll give you 4 choices. 1, I look attractive in blue. 2, I look presentable in blue. 3, why not? 4, other. I'm feeling other. I will ask my master for the true answer. Please accept your reward. And we get 2 Protection Sutras. Very, very good item. Cast Marakukaja on the whole party, well before we have access to that actual skill. Let me see here. There's a couple things I want to keep in mind. Let's see. I do want to make this request, but let's get the requests that... No, actually, no. We don't need to take the old document request. Let's get this request so that I have a chance to complete it while I'm messing around in Arca. And I actually do want to take Jack Frost with Dia, and hopefully I can complete that off-screen when we return to Tartarus, which will be soon. And to finish off this actually surprisingly eventful day, going to play Horror House, and then I'm going to rest so that I'm not in the tired status anymore, because I plan on going to Tartarus tomorrow, if all goes according to plan. In even better news, we also got our all-purpose apron. This will be very handy when we get into Tartarus. Plus some diet food, which is less handy, but it's there. Starting things off today in Portable, we can of course get the reward from Mitsuru Collins. I saw your exam results. Good work. Here, this is from the chairman. It's a reward for effectively balancing school and battle. And we get a page card set. Not that different from the reward we got in Reload, but like I said previously, these cards can only be used on our own personae. They cannot be used on our party members. These will come in handy if you're planning on fighting the bonus boss of the game, but they're mostly just kind of there in a normal playthrough. You're fine just using them on the first thing that you think to use them on. Anyways, we've got to go to the nurse's office. I was able to get the tiredness to persist, and today for our social link we're going to be hanging out with Yukari, and at nighttime we are of course going to be going to play House of Horrors. One thing I would like to comment on though is the request for tonight in Persona 3 Portable, because we get a different reward here. This must be a fencing EP. A triangular sword. Yes, this does meet the requirements that... Oh, I just noticed requirements is misspelled. There's a few typos in this version of the game. The epee was once used as the last sword in fencing matches. Fencers would wear white uniforms so that the blood from struck blows would be more visible. Similarly, my clothing is blue in order to make me more relaxing to look at. I'm joking. Yeah, that was a good one. But we get a bulletproof vest, which, let's just leave and check that out. That is a nice piece of armor that we do not have to purchase, and I always appreciate not having to purchase anything. Let's see here. How about on Akihiko? As you can see, a 20 defense upgrade, which I don't know if I really want that on either Akihiko or Junpei, but you know what? We can get rid of the battle panties and put that on Yukari. She would probably appreciate the defense a little more. Anyways, getting on with my night. I can hear people talking. So, it turns out that cactus I bought at the 100 yen store was a fake this whole time! No wonder it didn't wither. Here I thought I was taking such great care of it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Put so much effort into watering it, too. If you want a real plant, get one from a home center, or, you know, an actual flower shop. Yeah, I think I'll buy one from the flower shop on Port Island. I hear they've been selling seedlings for home gardening lately. You NPCs are so far behind. We've already done that. The florist at Port Island Station seems to be selling seedlings for home gardens. I might find some new seedlings there. I should check out what's in stock every now and then. Man, I'm like 15 steps ahead of you, game. Anyway, class has ended for today, and you know what? I think, instead of anybody in our text messages, anybody sliding into our DMs, instead, what I think would be fun is if we spent some time with, her location is different in this version of the game, Yuko. Let's hang out with her. Oh, hey, Zellikun. Exams are finally over, huh? Congrats on surviving. Hopefully you're not too beat from all the studying. There's no practice today, so it's the perfect time to relax. If you're leaving, want to hang out? It seems Yuko wants to walk home together. I feel as if we can grow closer thanks to the strength persona, Valkyrie. I feel like I might grow closer to Yuko soon. Should I spend some time with her? I think that would be a wonderful idea. Cool. Where should we go then? Should we get something to eat? Or maybe do some karaoke? Let's decide on the way out.
There was this one time I left some tissues in the pocket of my running pants, and then I washed it without realizing. Oh boy, did that make a mess. Oh, can you hang on a sec while I put my shoes on? Not again. It's the same stupid prank every time. Talk about unoriginal.
There's a piece of gum on Yuko's locker.
At least my shoes are safe. Going that far would have been crossing the line.
Does this happen often? Well, actually, no. Do you know who did it? You seem familiar with this prank.
I have my suspicions, but I don't plan to confront her. I was pissed off at first, but eventually I just got used to it. Getting worked up about this would just tire me out. It's not worth it. But if I catch her in the act, I am fully prepared to grab her and teach her a lesson. That was a joke, okay? I'm a nice girl, really. Come on, let's go. So I figured this might be a good time to update our team uniform. What do you think of switching to running tights? They say it reduces wind resistance.
Hey, look over there! It's Nishiwaki-san. Is that your new boyfriend? On to the next one already, I see. Impressive, Nishiwaki-san.
We're not dating. He's just a friend from the team.
Come on. No need to act all polite in front of him. Just tell it how it is. I'm surprised you could even get such a handsome guy. Maybe I should become a team manager too.
You've got it all wrong, as usual.
Don't do it. You'll just be running around after everyone all day. And it's not very attractive for a girl to be so muscular, you know? Not so loud. Her boyfriend's like right here. I kind of feel bad for her.
That's really what you want to do. I won't stop you. But you're better off looking for a boyfriend elsewhere. A manager is a busy job. You won't have time to go around sticking gum on people's shoe lockers.
What on earth are you talking about? I haven't got a clue what that means.
Of course not. It was just a random example. What's wrong? Did I say something to offend you?
Not at all. Hey, let's just go already.
Sorry you got dragged into that.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's no big deal.
No, you shouldn't have to deal with that. Sorry. I should probably fill you in before you get the wrong idea about me. Let's go sit down. That girl in the black tights, we went to the same middle school. Back then, there was this boy on the basketball team who asked me out, and we started dating. But turns out, he was seeing her at the same time. When she found out, she said I stole her boyfriend, even though I was a victim too. She blamed me because I was the manager of the basketball team. Isn't that just ridiculous? And after I became the track team manager here in high school, that set her off on me again. But really, all I want to do is support others so they can be the best they can be. Remember the gum on my locker? That was probably her doing. She's definitely the type to hold a grudge. Oh, those girls have way too much time on their hands. All they do is complain and gossip. Why don't they do something more productive? They're the ones who should get a lecture from Makoto. You're not putting enough thought into your future. Tell that to them, not me. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry for what they said about you. Called you my boyfriend. Must have made you feel awkward, huh?
Au contraire, I was actually quite flattered by the insinuation.
Hey, you! How can you say that with a straight face? And how many other girls have you used that line on, huh? When it comes to relationships, you should never play with a woman's emotions. Oh, right. Make sure you don't tell Kaz or anyone else about the two-timing thing, okay? You're the only one I've told. Oh, also, I broke up with that two-timing jerk a long time ago. Just so you know, you might be thinking, so what, right? Yeah, what am I saying?
Yuko seems to be flustered for some reason. I feel like our relationship has grown. And rank 3 for strength. Could have used this earlier, honestly. I would have liked him to get a little bit more power on Valkyrie.
Wow, that dragged on. It's late. We should be getting home.
Oops, sorry. She just said, I'll see you soon. Sometimes my finger twitches over the button. After saying goodbye to Yuko, I decided to go back to the dorm. Hey, I got most of the link there. That was just a slight mistake at the end there. Twitchy finger, twitchy finger. Over in Persona 3 Portable, I've already gotten my courage boost for today, and I'm going to talk to Rio. Not to social link with her, though. Hey, have you heard the story about some sort of club going on at Polonia Mall? Yuko was just talking about it. A Buddhist monk gets hammered on sake and starts blubbering to you. What kind of club is that? You obtained information about the monk who appears at a club. We get this from somebody else in Persona 3 FES, and we'll see that in due time. But for right now, though, what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be hanging out with Bebe. He could use the friends. Actually ending off with my FES activities because we're going to be going to Tartarus tonight, assuming nobody is tired. If the video is going on longer than this timestamp, then you know that somebody turned out to be tired. Anyways, for today, we're going to be hanging out with Yuko. Good news, everybody is healthy and available to go to Tartarus, so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Wow, my levels are so far behind than what they are in Portable and Reload. Not that it matters too much. Also, since we don't see him too often, Ikutsuki is here. I'm a little disappointed about Fuka-kun as well. It's quite difficult to find someone who has the potential. Would you feel more assured if you had more team members? Yeah, absolutely. Thankfully, Akihiko-kun has rejoined the team. I was hoping he'd hit us with a pun there. Anyways, we're going to be going to Tartarus tonight. If we're, well, not if we're lucky, we'll also be getting the tired status, and since I got it earlier in the week and was able to pick up a spare courage boost, that means I can cut out yet another arcade trip, so that's also pretty helpful right there. So, next video will be dedicated to Tartarus exploration with a mix of footage from both versions of the game, of course. And when we come back, we'll probably be starting off in FES, and there's a couple things I want to take care of. First order of business is that I want to get well, okay, there's just one thing I want to take care of, and then if we incidentally get something taken care of in the next video, so much the better. But I do want to create a Jack Frost with Dia, so that we can get a armor piece, which I'll probably do a little exploration. Also, let's change up our equipment. Yukari's been using this wimpy practice bow since the start of the game, so let's give her the toy bow instead. Additionally, the all-purpose apron is a little defense upgrade for her, so we'll hit her with that, and it doesn't look like I have anything else I can give her. I also want to go over some pieces of equipment that I bought in my spare time. What I got here is a speed enhancer. This will give us Tsukukaja at the start of the battle. Very, very useful. And I'll probably go over this again in the next video just to make sure everybody's aware that I have it. But this makes it almost impossible for us to miss our attacks now. One of my favorite accessories. Highly recommend picking up one of these when you have a chance. I also picked up an energy ring. Increases our max HP by 20%. Helps out a ton during boss fights. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.